back to another episode of Unwine and Uncut, the Beytime and Unwine official podcast. My name is Alex.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Ebony.
All right, who wants to go ahead and sing it? Because the Zoom don't let us be great.
I've been drinking.
I've been drinking. Okay, who wants to start? Brittany, you want to go ahead?
Okay, so yeah, I just literally am drinking. I've had this Hive and honey wine for a few weeks. It's been in my fridge chilling, so I finally have finished it off. So that's what I'm drinking, and out of a Be Good cup.
Ooh. Shout out to Hive and Honey. Okay, so we have a guest, guys. As you know, his name is Johnathan. Do you want to tell us what you're sipping on tonight?
Yes. So the Hive knows this, but I'm drinking some watermelon water. Something that it's a company Beyonce invested into. I think back when she released self-titled. So, when she says, I've been drinking watermelon. So, and also, just to show how exclusive I am, I'm drinking this watermelon water out of the exclusive Beytimeandunwine mug. Here you go.
Yes. Exclusive, people.
Exclusive. Very, very cool. Okay, I want to know how that watermelon water is. What does it taste like? Is it really sweet, or is it just like a hint of watermelon? I've always wanted to try it, but
it tastes like watermelon. It just tastes just like as if, it's sweeter than I think the traditional watermelon, but it's really natural and it does expire. So that's why, I really, when I went to Walmart, I had to make sure I timed it right for this call because I don't want to, get something and then it expire. So, but good news is, it expires on the 27th of November, but sometimes when I've gotten it like too close to the expiration date, and I'm like, dang, like I throw it out. But it tastes really good. It's organic, and I do feel hydrated and has all these electrolytes in it. But it does taste like watermelon water. It does, but sweeter. It's a little sweeter.
How much does it cost?
I want to say like $3 or some change. I want to say that. That's how it is in Texas. And I know it varies from different places because when I was in Virginia, I think it was a little bit more expensive, I think. In the DMV, I was in the DMV area. I was like in Alexandria, Virginia. So, the taxes and stuff can be a little different. So they don't tax for food down here in Texas. So, so it's not, so maybe a little different, but I don't know.
I'm going to pick some up.
Yeah, I'll try. Brittany, you try it and then let me know.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't have anything to drink. I don't think. Ebony, did you say you had anything?
I don't. I have ginger ale today.
Okay, that's a drink. You got it, girl.
That's a drink.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have nothing again. So, a dry one over here. Okay, so we could go ahead. As you all have heard, we have a guest. His name is Johnathan. Johnathan is one of Beytimeandunwine's best and most wonderful supporters. Anytime we do a live, he's there. He leaves such great comments on the videos and reviews, and we just love you. You're the best.
The feeling is definitely mutual. Thank you for saying that.
Yes.
I love it. He's going to tell us about his experience at the Renaissance World Tour. But before we get into that, of course, you already know, when did you become a Beyhiver?
Yes. And yes, so it's like Drake said, there's levels to this, but I would definitely say, and I have character witnesses, literally, like my godbrothers and my cousins and my parents, they definitely would say it was during Destiny's Child era, around the Survivor era. But I remember the first time I saw Beyonce, I was in my grandmother's living room area, and my first cousins were all hanging out, and I hear this dun 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 dun, and it was like TRL, like 106 in Park or whatever, and I see Beyonce and Latoya and Kelly, but I didn't know their names at the time. So I see them pumping down, whatever street they're on. And my cousin was like, oh, that's Beyonce, Latoya. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I was like, but who is that? Pointing at Beyonce. And she was like, oh, that's Beyonce. And she gave me the 401 was going on. Because I went to a white private school, so I didn't really know a lot about urban music too much. I was like Britney, that was my focus at, during that time, that era. So my cousins were always my way to the, culture, you know what I'm saying? So she introduced me to Beyonce, and she says that I introduced her to Beyonce, but I swear she introduced me to Beyonce because I remember that conversation so clearly. But I was like, she's that girl, like literally. And even like I said, my god brother, who is like masculine sports kind of guy, like we lost touch over time, but when we reconnected, he said to me, he was like, yo, like you were like Beyhive before like it was even popular to be Beyhive, like seriously. So, I mean, everybody says early on in my childhood, my first book, I love to read. I read with Oprah's book club, but my first book I ever bought on my own volition was the Soul Survivor, Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle. It was the only official autobiography of Destiny's Child that's been out. So I know I read that as a kid. I remember even telling my mom, like, oh my gosh, mom, like, do you know Beyonce's, mom's last name was Beyonce? My mom was like, no, it's not. I said, yes, it is in this book right now. So I was always kind of searching, even as a kid. So, but like I said, with levels with it, like when Diva came out, I was like, she started flipping her hair back and forth. I was like, every time she does that Diva dance, like every time, and especially when she does the breakdowns, it's just like, I swear to you, that's when I just lose it. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how dare she do, like, it's just the hairography. It's just like, I mean, everything. So yeah, it's levels to it. So, I mean, and of course, when self-titled dropped, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I just, and like, I just like, how she says in, I think it's America's Got a Problem, I think. Like she said, I don't think you get no much higher than this kind of thing.
Yeah,
like
you can't get much higher.
Yeah, even my Beyhive, just like sometimes I really just like I'm amazed how each time she does something, even with that visual she did this today with the Say Noir. I'm just like, oh, the Noir Park, it all makes sense. It's just like it's just
she's so ahead of the game, and we're still trying to play catch up.
Exactly.
We're always playing catch up. Always.
Look, the thing is, I don't even know how it smells. I didn't even smell out the concert. I don't even know how it smells. I just bought it. So I was like, I don't even know how it smells. I'm just going with blind faith because guess what? She has yet to fail me. So I'm like, look.
I'm gonna tell you, it smells good.
Oh, it does. Okay.
It really do.
Okay.
I'm a perfume type of girly, and it's good, and it's unisex. So
okay, awesome.
The purchase.
Regardless if it was unisex or not, I was gonna be wearing it. That's just me.
Period.
Period. Oh.
So yeah, so that's pretty much my origin story. Yeah, of me and Miss Beyonce. So
love it.
Yes.
Love it.
So which shows did you go to, or how many did you attend, and which ones did you?
So I just went to 2, but okay. I will say, and people have told me like they were the best shows. The Houston shows. So I went to both, Houston, both. Yes. And let me tell you, it was a blessing. Like literally, I had to get on my knees and thank God because, like I said, I thank God. I really, since the announcement of the tour to the moment I saw it, which mind you, the announcement of the tour started back in like May of this year. Mm-hmm. And the Houston shows were late September. So I said to myself, I am not watching any clips. I'm not looking at anything on YouTube. And I was lying to the algorithm saying I'm not interested in all these Beyonce clips. I mean, and even on YouTube, Instagram, majority, everybody's on.
Yes.
Oprah, everybody was like posting about it. So it's hard to not see it. But I swear to you, I saw outfits, but I didn't see performance. So I didn't know what to expect, really.
I saw pictures, but not videos.
Not a lot of videos. I saw, and even the Blue Ivy, I just saw a picture of Blue Ivy and Beyonce, but I didn't see the actual choreography. And every time I got to a point where it was like getting too much something, like even too much audio, I would just have to go to the next post.
That's dedication.
I could have never done that.
But I'm glad I did, though. I'm glad, because when I went there, I'm telling you, like, I was like, even though I knew Dangerously in Love was the first song, like, hearing it for the first time, and I was in the 700 section for the first night. So I went to the Saturday first night, and it was just like I was amazed. I wanted to get a nosebleed seat because I've seen Beyonce before. I've seen her in Baltimore for the Unwine tour. That's the first time I saw her, and then I saw her for Formation And then I got upgraded in the formation, to see her up close. So, and we actually like made eye contact and everything. And she had an Ivy Park before Ivy Park was like, the Adidas Ivy Park was like when it first announced, literally. And I swear to you, I swear to you, like she mentioned me. I know she mentioned me in this like book when she on this our magazine article when she was talking about how much the men were like she had, the men seen the men in her Ivy Park like early on when it was a female brand. She was so inspired by that. She saw so many men wearing it. And I remember I'd never forget the time because like I said, I got upgraded at the Baltimore show and the woman said I'll be up to the Beyhive stages. So I was like, what are you talking about? And then I didn't understand until she did the catwalk on formation and then she was at that B, it was the B stage, which she was talking about. And literally she turned on the lights on one of the numbers and she looked out at everybody. And then literally I was on the stairs, the chairs. And thankfully the security did not tell me to get down because I literally we had like a good like level of, eye contact. And she looked me up and down. I had like this sheer Ivy Park like hoodie on and I had no shirt under it. So with the lights, you can really see the Ivy Park. And so she kind of looked me up and down. She did a smirk. And I was like, I always wanted to know like what she think about it. Like, cause she literally, it's like, you can feel when somebody's looking at you, you can feel like your soul being like you can just feel a soul to soul connection. I was like, oh my gosh, I hope she's not offended. Cause I know she's a feminist. So I hope she didn't think this man is trying to take over the brand or something like that. Or trying to like, I can give nothing to the ladies, but I had to, wear it. But no, she looked me up and down when she said in this book that she saw the men wearing Ivy Park and she was like, she wanted to make her new iterations of it with Adidas to be unisex. So I was like, hey, I helped contribute to the cause.
You came for BID to make Ivy Park unisex.
You were
and people say that, what do you say?
So you're an inspiration.
Thank you. Yeah. And let me say, nobody was wearing Ivy Park at that time. Like nobody was really wearing it. It wasn't like what we saw in the Amazon store. It was, so I know. Because and I think that's why they upgraded me. I swear to you, because I feel like I couldn't find my seat. Like I was like, where do I go? Where do I go? And they're like, excuse me, like, do you want to get your seats upgraded? Like, of course.
Oh my God. I am so tired of people coming on our show telling us that they got upgraded.
And I was about to get upgraded at this show.
And why hasn't it happened to me? Oh my God.
And I was about to get upgraded in this show too.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, let's get into the tape.
Okay, yes. Okay, so let me back up. So the first night, all right. So this is September 23rd, a Saturday. So I do all the things, and I just have to, for the Beyhive, we have to talk about this because getting merch is not like never, ever, ever, ever get merch at the concert. Like after it's the time of the concert, get it before the concert, because if you wait until like the showtime, it's already sold out because people are outside. Like Duran was there. I'm Duran Jordan. He was there, King of Beyhive. He was there and he was doing like the rehearsals and everything like that, like for the Heated and the Mute Challenge. So but it was a line. So we had to get some entertainment. So he was really entertaining us. Like literally, it was a lot of fun. But I got there like around 1 for the merch van. And so I got like the Heated fan because I didn't get it when, and I regretted not getting it when they first released it. I got this exclusive Houston shirt, and ladies from Beyonce, you are the visuals.
Wow.
Let me tell you.
To audibly hate, but
yeah. And it's like
it was sold out.
I know specifically where that goes, which show that is. And it's like just knowing that other people can just wear it anytime. And we can't ever get it. So congrats.
But no,
because we can't get it. That's like my favorite one. Like that's like my favorite design.
Literally.
But so that's all I'll tell anybody in the future, like when they're going to a show, like definitely don't play around with the merch. Like if you really want to get merch, like get it during the daytime, like make that extra trip. Thankfully I live in Houston, so it's not like, too much of a hassle to do that. So, but yeah, so I do that. And then they had this celebration. The city of Houston was doing a celebration for Beyonce, like a homecoming special. So I went down to the park and stuff like that. And I tried to see that. They weren't playing any Beyonce music, ironically. So I don't know what that celebration was. I know it was so like almost like sacrilege. Like, how can you be in Houston?
Like, what are we here for?
It was so disrespectful, and everybody was dressed up too. I mean, like, so I was like, you know, and I was already running late to the show, so I was like, you know, let me, you know, can I park my car downtown? And I was like, let me take the metro in. So I took the metro in, and I got to the stage and you know the stadium. And it was like seamless, like the clear bag stuff. Like I had no issues. So thank God. Like I walked in there. The security was like, they weren't really checking nobody for the first night. Like it was just like, just come as you are. Like nobody was winding me down. So they're like, oh, you're good, you're good. So I get in, you know, and then so I said I had the nosebleeds because I wanted to see her in the back. I wanted to see her in the back, and then I wanted to see her the next night on the floor. So I went to I was trying to find the 700 Club area, and I was like, where is it? Where is it? And they're like, oh, you have to take the elevator up. And they said, can I see your ticket? And I need to make sure I'm scanning it. And I was like, okay, like, sure. I'm thinking this is the nosebleeds, right? So I get up to the elevator, and then they scan me again. They said, sir, we need to see your ticket again. I'm like, why? And then I see it. It's like a lounge. Like it's like it's called the Chairman's Club. Yes. So this is not no nosebleeds. This is like this. I was so cozy. Like let me tell you, I was so cozy. Like
wait, so you purchased these tickets not knowing, were they expensive?
No, and the thing is, I got them. First of all, I got them resale. So the resale tickets. So I got them I paid $300, but I don't know how much they were. You know, the market value really was. So I just know it's just like I was pleasantly surprised because running water. No lines in the bathroom, male or female. What? I mean, and there was a lot of people up there. So it wasn't like, and then we had like a wet bar area and everything like that. And so, and they said that they were like playing the light. They said when like a sports event happens, they have like, you know, bartenders all over the place and people serving appetizers because they had like little bar areas where you can just kind of sit and watch the show. And nobody was checking for nobody. Like it wasn't like I could have sat back in any area really because there was some empty seats and stuff. So, but when I saw the stage for the first time, and even from that view, it just was like it just took my breath away. Because like I said, besides the one Alex posted on TikTok, I didn't really see the stage for real. So I just was like, oh my gosh, like I just felt like almost like for club because I just was like, I'm like my eyes were like watering a little bit. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So, but let me tell you, for anybody who is like, I've met so many people who say, oh, I don't want to see Beyonce in the nosebleeds. I want to see her up front. Listen. That first night, I was so comfortable. Yeah. I had the best, and to be honest, I had the best seats. I felt like the first night. Definitely
it
like one of the
like
best
you
seats.
Did. It sounds like you were like in a skybox or something.
It was, I mean, because it was hard to explain because it was like, before we get to the seats, it's like, because it's like, it was like the lounge level was here, and then you had to kind of walk down to the seats. But I was all the way in the back, even with I literally got all the way in the back. So I was like literally like one of the last rows connected to the lounge area. So if I wanted to, not saying I would, if I wanted to sit down during the show and just lounge down and just take pictures, I did it after the show. But, you know, I was like, I just wanted to just chill out, you know what I'm saying? But and I want to get some water or something like that. And that was a hard part because she was a little late. So we didn't really know when she was going to come on. And the music kept that eerie music or whatever that comes on. Like, you're like, okay, she better come on. And then they're like, smoke was coming up. I'm like, all right, is she coming on? She coming. Like, I was like, can I go to the bathroom? Can I get a drink? So, but I was just so comfortable. I was like, gosh, like, and I have it on my Instagram if you want to see it. One of my Renaissance, if you just, it's a photo dump of like my Renaissance experience. So you can see the area. I mean, it just was like so cozy. I mean, the 600 Club nosebleeds is the traditional nosebleeds. The 700, this is the Chairman's Club. And I was like, very cozy. So then she comes on, and I didn't expect to cry. I really didn't expect to cry. I'm not really a crier like that. But to hear her say in her that husky voice, you know, hello, Houston. Oh. And I was like, and just the fact that it was Dangerously in Love. Like, I know some people in the community have been like, oh, why she start off with Dangerously in Love? Listen, that was the most perfect song to start off with because it took me back. Because for those who don't know, there was a Dangerously in Love, the original one on the Soul Survivor Destiny's Child album. That was like the first album, one of the first albums I bought of Destiny's Child. So that's when I was really standing at that time as a child. So it's like to hear her sing it, even though it's the two, Dangerous Love 2, it still was like, in a lower key, mind you, but still, I just was like, Beyonce, like, it just, my life, like, all the things that as a kid, just me seeing her in Survivor, and this was like, just really brought tears to my eyes, and to see a woman next to me crying too, and I just feel like, oh, see, you get it, like we're gonna have a good time tonight, because I already knew if she was gonna cry too, because she was tearing up, so I was like, oh, we're gonna have some fun tonight. So it was just incredible. And then of course, like I said, I didn't know any of the ballads. I didn't know what was six. So when she sang 1+1, and then she did that whatever, and then she transitioned into I'm Going Down.
I can't believe you didn't see any of those videos. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, so I had no idea. So when I heard that, I was like, hold up. And then when she said, in the sound, and she did a whole little, like, she just does something so different. And she was on that. Mm-hmm. And she was sitting on that piano, and her, and then even the camera guy, like how he was positioning it, I was like, oh my gosh.
A production.
And it was a live production in the 4K.
Mm-hmm.
That was a 4K. That wasn't 4K. That was, I don't know what it was, but it was better than anything I've seen at AMC. I'm like, I mean, it was so much better. And I was just, and the fact that the camera is this small or whatever, it's like amazing.
I was like, the camera's so small and the quality is like the best thing I've ever seen. I'm just like, what? And they're just running around with the cameras, and I'm just like, what? That's crazy.
So I just literally, hold on, pause. I'm just really sitting here thinking about, this was your first time seeing all of this.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Me watching it, I already knew the flow of the show, and I still was gagged. Yeah, I didn't watch anything. I probably wouldn't have made it through the concert. I would have. Dangerously in Love alone would have been done.
I low-key wish I would have done that. Like, I wish I would have had the same experience that you've had, like not watching anything and just. But I couldn't. I had to watch everything. Everything that came out, I had to look at it. I had to see it.
I watched the show 3 times at least.
Every single time. At least. But one thing about it, though, like she would sing everything. It would be different every time. Like her riffs and, you know, what she puts into the song and everything. She does it like how she would do Resentment every time on the Run 2 tour. It was like the ending was different every time. That's how it was for the opening. So she always had like a different run or a different riff or something like that. So that was cool to see. But definitely seeing it the first time, I know you were just like,
I mean, because when she did that baby thing, and like I was like, oh my gosh, you better like, it's just it's a little thing. It's like that's like a Prince thing that she was doing. I was like, girl, like how just. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, for an artist like her, I'm so grateful that she's showing a lot of artists how to age gracefully, vocally, because so many people have literally died trying to keep up with their former selves, you know, and sometimes they feel they're too above singing in a lower key. So for her to have chosen to sing Dangerously in Love in a lower key, that says a lot about her longevity, her legend status, that she's not above, you know, aging, and she knows that it's normal to, and like you said in the book, in the the magazine, in Elle, she said that, you know, motherhood taught her that, you know, it's okay to, you know, the age and to like what she said about I think she said the fupa or something like that she was talking about, or, you know, and just her body just morphing like it's just, and she's cozy and comfortable in her skin. So it's just like, even vocally, like I said, as an artist, it's just so refreshing to see that she's not into this perfection thing. Like, and then of course, talking about flaws and all, it's like, it's just, she's embracing herself. And that's just a beautiful message to everybody in the world. Like you don't have to be perfect. And she can still be higher than like all these crazy stats like that. I'm not surprised by, but it's just like, she's breaking records. She's saving the American economy. You know, she's doing all this stuff.
Literally.
Saving us from recessions, you know? So it's like. Yeah.
Woo.
So I just saw
that's so great. So good. So good.
So yeah, it just was a lot to take in. And then so I didn't even know because like I said, I didn't know how we were going to transition into Renaissance, but let me tell you something. When first of all, okay. I understand we want to see the visuals. I know we want to see the visuals, but I left, like, when I saw the concert, I said, I mean, this is it.
That was it.
And then we're getting a movie too. We're getting a documentary. I'm like, how much do you really have? Like, she must have a whole, like, archive of just.
I don't even know. I can't even fathom what that documentary is going to be about. I never know where Beyonce's mind is going to go, ever.
Yeah. And just to see that on a screen big enough, and if it was already quality at the concert, how the hell was gonna look at the theater? That
you
hoe gonna
already
turn it
know.
up.
I wish it was in 3D.
Right. And IMAX theater.
I would watch right
that.
in there with them glasses on. I wish. Baby, it's about to be an experience, okay?
Yes.
And it's probably, and especially for somebody like me, because the DC show, the seats we had, they were on the floor and they were like in the back, so we could see, but we couldn't really see, like for real. So like going to the movies to see this, it's definitely gonna make up for that. I can't wait for it.
And that's another thing I would say about the nosebleeds too. It's like you definitely, I mean, it's better in the screens to me are larger and better than anything you get in a movie theater, by the way. So it's like we're talking about earlier, it's crystal clear, and it's live action and it's like various angles. So you see everything. You can see it, of course. I mean, I don't like when people say when you're looking at Beyonce from nosebleeds, it's like looking at an ant. It's, I mean, you can see. And I mean, I have like an iPhone 15, so I could 15 Pro, so I can zoom in if I wanted to. But it's like, I felt like I could see her really well, even from the nosebleeds. But again, I was comfortable, I was cozy, and I got secondhand high because these people in Houston, even though it's illegal to smoke weed up in Houston, I mean, there wasn't like gummies. They were rolling up like, bro. I mean, and I was like, come on, like, girl, like I want to catch contact, but I mean, they were, and multiple times. And look, and then the ushers are just like, don't even worry about it. They're recording themselves. It was like a grandma, like somebody who was like in the 60s or 70s. They're like, how do I do this? How do I do this? And she was just
get a job like at the stadium.
I mean, literally, she was standing.
I would not even be doing my job when I was.
She forgot everything. She was just like, okay. And she was really had that camera on all that first.
I know that's right.
30 minutes. So yeah. So when the Renaissance came in, I was like, okay.
Oh, I know you were good. I'm that girl. Cozy alien superstar.
It's not just the I'm that girl. It's just not that. It's just the intro. It's just that the whole movie, like that whole. And I love how y'all broke it down. And I think it was y'all's episode when you're about your own personal experience at Renaissance and saying like going to the motherboard. Oh, yeah. I didn't even get that until I listened to that episode, but I just knew it just was. I was amazed at the visuals. I was like, where are we going with this? And all of a sudden I hear that and then that guy, what's the guy's name that y'all posted? Kevin, what's his name? Kevin. Protege. Yeah. And he's like, everyone. And I was like, and just to see her in that outfit, and then just a boom, and he's like, Renaissance.
You could feel it like building, like the energy. It just
it was like
build.
When I say I went off, like off. Like
I know it.
She channeled every single. She like like when Houston said I'm every woman. Like to me, to be honest with you, and I'm a part of the queer community, so I can say this. She was every single queer man I've ever known in my life. Like seriously, she brought it out of me. Like I was like,
oh man,
like I just felt just everything. She just was just and just the move. And then we got to Cozy.
Cozy is one of my favorites. Oh my god.
The robots at that stage. Yeah. When that whole starts glitching, I can't.
She really be glitching. Like it's crazy.
And that whole I'm like,
I know.
The drums when Cozy starts, like the beginning of Cozy, when them drums come on, it's like dum 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 dum, and and then you hear it live. It brings out the African in me, honey. Let me tell you, I get something about them drums. I don't know what it is. Woo.
I mean, I just literally was like, and like, so this is my first time seeing all this the choreo and everything, these transitions, and of course, now when I listen to this, the studio version of it, I'm like, I'm waiting for like Kevin to come in. I'm waiting for the
the
dreams. I do it the same now. I only have like the concert version in my head. Like,
So I mean, I was just like amazed, and then like even the storytelling with like between like the I'm the girl Cozy, and then even like Cozy hearing the alien music, like come in, and it's almost like okay. I didn't even get it until later. I was like, oh my gosh, that's like giving us a foreboding, like, oh, she's about to be abducted by aliens. And then I didn't understand the mattress thing until I was like, oh my gosh, she got abducted by aliens. Like she's sleeping because she's cozy.
Yep.
You know, she had a little her sleep party with all the, all her friends, and then like going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then even when that comes on, it's just like the please, and like, and it's like you, like you.
Oh my god, I lose my mind. Oh my god,
I lose it.
Even I think it's so funny. Even when she's sleeping, her faces she's making is just like hilarious. Like it's like she's like so funny. She's
so
like,
camp.
It's so very campy, campy. I'm like, I just love Beyonce. Like she's been studying. Her uncle Johnny must have trained her very, very well because she knows all the little nuances of just like the ballroom, that whole like campiness.
That's what I've been wanting to know more about because I can see it from my perspective, and I'm like, wow, she's killing it. I know this is dedicated to the community, but I know it's things specifically and intentionally she did.
Everything.
Because I know someone else said someone was like, that was for us.
Like, no, really.
Came, but that was legit for us.
Yes.
So if you know any more things, let us know.
Exactly. I mean, I just felt like just like so accepted. I didn't feel like I felt like I could be myself in that concert. I didn't feel like no. And even some of the guys who were with the girls, like it's like they were like just going in too. So I just was like, I felt like everybody was just so like this big family, and it just felt so wonderful. So I mean, yeah. So we go from cozy alien superstar. I forget even what happened after that. I feel like I know we break my soul.
Is it we're taken to the moon, taken to the stars?
Oh, lift off, yes. And then we go from lift off, and then there's another little, I think a movie or something like that.
Another interlude.
Oh, and then they do this percolator, and so they did all like the house. I was like, hold up, it's time for the percolator. Hey,
so you know how to percolate?
My section was 700 we were lit, like we were like, oh, like. So it just was like it was crazy. So anyway, and then we get to a mute challenge. We did fine. Like my section, nobody was acting disrespectful. We were good. Like nobody.
That's what it is. When people don't do right, it's disrespect. I'm glad you called it what it is.
Yes,
thank you.
So it was great. And then so I'm trying to fast forward. So then we get to when Blue comes out. Yeah, because all right, that's a good part of the story. Blue comes out. Like I said, I haven't seen Blue, but I'm like, let me tell you something. Everybody is loud in Houston. Like I've seen her in, like I said, the Baltimore, and everybody's, they're nice. They'll scream and stuff like that. But in Houston, they go crazy for Beyonce. But I didn't think I could top Beyonce. Blue Ivy, when she comes out, they will. Those church sopranos, what do you call it? They were squalling, like just. I mean, it was deafening. It was deafening. Literally, it was for me. So I can only imagine her taking those earbuds off, being like. And let me say something. See, from the aerial view, I'm like, because the thing is about the screen sometimes, it can be a little distracting. Sometimes I want to see like certain people dancing. Sometimes I want to see like, so I was just looking at Blue Ivy. I was so fixated on her, and to see like, because it's going between her and Beyonce, and I was like looking at Blue Ivy. I was like, even when it's on Beyonce, the camera's on Beyonce. This young lady is not missing a beat at all. And it was like a beeline around her because Beyonce was on that machine or whatever you call it, that tank, the tank. And so Blue is like just leading the pack, and all these dancers are dancing around her, and she's only 11 years old. I'm like, and this is the sold out show, and your mom's stadium where she was saying to Beyonce, or even Beyonce teared up once, where she was like, "Mom, is that your job?" And she was like, "Yeah, that is my job," because you're going to the NRG stadium, and Beyonce was like, "Wow, like it's full circle moment." Like when she was Blue Ivy's age, she was dreaming to sing at NRG. Now that she is performing at NRG, it's like I can only imagine they must have been crying at the end, because it just was to see her your own child. I can only imagine. And not only just a child, she's not like this little kid, because the celebrities, they have their kids out front singing and in the studio and stuff like that, and they do a cute job, but it's like that wasn't cute, that was professional. That was a professional. And I just was like, the fact, like I said, she was still on it was like she had beats, like eight counts, like the entire song, and just
real choreography.
And it's long too.
It's like,
it's long choreography. Yeah. She's out there for like at least 3 minutes.
I love the part. Right. And I love the Black Parade part where it's like, these ladies just I'm little, and she's like does that whole thing. I'm like, go ahead, girl. I'm like, you better just go all the way off.
I do want to say something. I just loved how the My Power just came full circle, because I think it was like she was on set and then she was like, I want to join in the music video, and then Beyonce was like, okay, we'll get your outfit made, boom. And then now for her to really, it's like, and then the words. Got my bloodline on the front line, ready for war.
Front line, ready for war. Like, I feel it every time. I'm like,
it's crazy.
I just got that.
It's like everything just works
my bloodline on the front line.
On the front line.
Ready for war.
Because I think she changes the lyrics. Like, she'll change the lyrics. Like, if Blue Ivy wasn't there, she would just say, like, the regular lyrics, like, it's the bloodline on the front line. But when Blue is there, she'll say, it's my bloodline on the front line. Ready for war. I stand Blue Ivy. I love when people like talk shit and then it gets thrown back in their face, because people were talking so much shit about that baby,
a baby,
child, and now this child has grown up and is killing it, and everybody that was talking shit about her is screaming her name like, because I know they were there. I hate to say it, but I know they was at the show.
The haters were there.
I know they remember what they said. Okay.
So
and she even goes, and I didn't know this either, but she even does choreography behind the tape. Like when she's walking back, I said, what?
And I can see all of that. That's what I'm saying. I can see all of it from my vantage point. I can see it all, and I'm just like, this little girl, like, she really is just a constant professional. And so when she pauses and they just allow her just the people to clap for her, like I said, it's deafening. It is deafening, but it's so well deserved, and it brings tears to my eyes, because I'm like, I can only imagine how that feels like and even just to see, like, and I really pray that she's having a good time, because I know I can just only imagine the pressure, though, what I'm saying, to sing not sing, but dance in front of that many people. I just hope that she's having a good time with it, because that is like a lot of pressure for just anybody to be out there and at that level, because it's like you're dealing with like people who've been doing this for 40 plus years, and that's her mom. And it's not just anybody's mom. This is Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? So just the fact that she just never missed the mark. Like, she just was just so just professional. It's like the sky is like literally. She has never seen a ceiling in her whole life. Like she said,
literally.
Like literally, the only time I can take my eyes off of Beyonce is for Blue Ivy.
Yeah.
Forget. And like, I will really watch all those videos and not even look at B. I am like, go Blue, go Blue.
And I can't even think of a time where they got her on camera like making a mistake, like messing the choreography up, or like
never once.
Like Beyonce made more mistakes than she did. Like, Beyonce been doing this for her whole life. Like that little girl's gonna be.
They said that she learned that within 1 week. Tina just posted it. Like, she learned that choreo in 1 week.
What? Oh, it's on her blood.
It's legit in her.
Problem. Yeah. Madonna's daughter was voguing at the thing. She about to be a problem. The kids are all right. Okay. The kids are all right. They're gonna be good. They're gonna be just fine.
So then we get to, which, like I said, I didn't even know Savage was a part of the set list. I had no idea. So when I see her do a little and her hair's flipping back and forth, I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden, like, because I heard rumors, but we hear rumors all the time. And Twitter be having us thinking that there's all these different things going to happen that never happened. So I'm like, okay, it'll make sense. And then all of a sudden I hear this, been that bitch, still that bitch, I'ma forever be that bitch. And I'm like, and then my camera just was like, I was like, not the hot girl, not the hottie coach.
The hottie.
And her stage presence is like crazy on 100, and she's in her in Houston, so it just is like, and she's not even on the stage for like that long, but she makes it her own. And then Beyonce bow, she's like hype her. I'm like yeah, and then then she starts twerking. So like I'm like Beyonce is so she's down with the culture. She's like ratchet with us. It's like come on. So that was like crazy to see her, like, even from the nosebleeds, it was like, dang, like crazy. So, okay, let me just try to think. Love on Top, that was cool because Houston was singing. Like they really, I mean, I didn't sing because I was like, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna try to go up on these modulations.
I could have sang after her. My
but
voice
they
was
were
gone,
killing
I
it.
love on top.
They were killing it though. They were killing it. I was like, y'all sound really good. But then again, I didn't know nothing about this. I heard a little about this Forbidden 3 thing. So like I said, in hindsight, like I said, I'm blessed because when we got Thick, that's my favorite song. One of my favorite songs of all time of Beyonce is Thick. So when I heard Thick come on, and even before Thick, that whole kitty cat, it's like a kitty cat visuals. That kitty cat song, it's like, I swear to you, it's I don't know who mixed that. I need that mix. I need this live album or something because that kitty cat visual mix and everything like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just fabulous. So it was a full circle moment we got to Thick because, like I said, my first stand-up, I think, even before I knew Beyonce, was Britney. So when I heard in the Thick, like going in between the Thick to All Through Your Mind, and then that
Toxic.
I'm like, Toxic, oh my god! And if you and everybody was like freaking out, like, oh my god! And it's like, because that's like for the white gays, that's like that's right. Good Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and even because they were like going off, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was like, what? So, and then she does All Through Your Mind, and then she does Drunken Love. And let me tell you something.
Ooh.
That Dubai run, hearing it live.
How?
Hearing it live is just, it's just, I have no words. I have no words. And it's just,
that's it. Literally.
And I think I got to see that twice.
That shit is
crazy.
So
that
song alone should be performed alone, just by itself. Like that could be its own performance. And then this whole continues to sing after. I don't get it.
For 3 hours, I'm like, how do we do it? Like literally, and like we're getting to like the very end, and I'm like, hold up, that's the big 3, but it's like, hold up. There's still more to the so I'm thinking like I've never seen an artist perform every single track, perform it live, every single track on an album. Like, and then the thing is she's doing this in addition to all her other stuff. So she's still doing Diva, Run the World, all things like that. And then she did that whole mashup of like Speechless, Signs, and what was that song that she was doing? Was that
in the middle of Virgo's Groove?
Virgo's Groove.
That was insane. I don't even know how she thought to do that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just gonna sing all my love songs during Virgo's Groove. Like, how do you even think to do that? Like,
and then you forget that you're in the song Virgo's Groove because she comes back, love me, love me. You're like, what is going on, Beyonce?
And with that, the mic was on. I'm like, that is a hard song to sing. Like, I just was like, I didn't think she was gonna sing it live, and I was like, dang, she really sang all those notes, and I'm like, that mic is on. So I was like, so anyway, so let me just get off this night. So I just was like on 10, and I didn't want to leave, so they literally had to kick me out. Like, because I was literally after the show, I was like just sitting in the couches. I was like, why rush me? You already know it's gonna be no point of going back, because we had Beyhive buses, by the way. We had Beyhive buses that the city of Houston, I guess maybe Beyonce paid for, and they literally said Beyhive buses on the bus. I have it on my Instagram too, my photo dump, you can see it, but it's like Beyhive buses, literally. So they're really running for free, like almost all night, making sure everybody gets home okay. So, but still, I don't want to run. I don't want to go. I don't want to leave because I just want to see everybody's outfits, and everybody just was I really stayed for about an hour to watch everybody's outfit, just people watching. It just was like
dressed down.
Dressed down.
They were dressed.
Right. And I could only imagine Houston.
Oh my god, the finest. I mean, just truly, there's so many stallions. Everybody down here is just a stallion. Like it don't matter your race. It don't matter your race. Nothing. Everybody's built like Megan Thee Stallion. I swear to you, they just I don't know what they're drinking down here, but but the thing is, I was like, I'm gonna see this tomorrow, and I'm gonna be in the floor, like, so I'm gonna be. And cause like where I was the second night, I was like, there's Club Renaissance, and then it was like the A section, and so it's like I was right outside the club, but I was like right. So when I don't want to say it right now, but something happens where she comes down. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I could really see her like very, very clearly. Like she was like comes to our section and sits there and like sings to us, and I'm like, oh my god, like. So anyway, so the second night. Yeah, it was just incredible. So let me just back up though. When I get to the second night, it was more crazy because that was the nights where people were fighting. And even Sherry Shepherd was talking about it on her show. It was just a lot more intensity the second night. Like it was a lot more intensity. It was a lot more confusion. I don't know why, but it was just a lot. The security was just acting crazy. I mean, the QR codes weren't working, and you all were telling me. That's one thing I did see in Alex's video about the wristbands, the floor seats. I was like, I was so happy you put that out there because I didn't know about the floor bands or whatever. It was like pandemonium. But I get to the gate. It says floor. I try to go in and then they're like, don't go on this line, y'all. You know, it's mislabeled. It's not for the floor. This is for the other people. So I had to go to another line for the floor. So we had to go. So it was like, it was kind of anxious because I knew I was going to miss Beyonce, but it just was, I was in this silver outfit and, you know, I was hot with, you know, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get to my seat. And so the line was long, and then I finally get to the QR code. The woman in front of me couldn't get in. She had like one of those StubHub tickets or whatever, and it wasn't working for her. So I was like, oh my gosh, I hope it works for me. Even though I got it from Ticketmaster. So I was okay. And the woman said, are you by yourself? I said, yes, I'm by myself. And she was like, well, can you please stand to the side, please? And here's the thing. I don't know. I knew going into it, someone said to me, I knew I could get upgraded. I knew I could get upgraded. I knew I probably would get upgraded. I knew it. And even in that moment, y'all, in that moment, I was so fixated going to the bathroom. I was like, because again, this woman in front of me couldn't get in. So she was like, hold on for a second while I help this woman. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And then there's no more wristbands. So I was like, oh my God, I want to get my wristbands. And they're like, oh, okay, we got your wristband. All right, great. The little light things, they're running out the light things. So, you know, when the light ups in the stage, they're running. So I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, then I started getting anxious. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I don't even know where I'm going to sit now. I was like getting anxious. And then so I'm like telling this other lady, I said, can I just go? Like, can I go? And a part of me is like, I should just wait because maybe I'm gonna get upgraded to something. But I just go. I really had to go to the bathroom. So anyway, I get in. And even with that was pandemonium because we didn't know where to go to the floor because somebody was like, go here, go there. And we're just like, we're going this one way. It's like, move to the left, move to the right. We're like, oh my gosh, where do we go? So I even try to go, when I get to the bathroom, it was like unisex, even though it's not unisex. It was like, and even the guy walks in there like, I've never seen anything like this. You see women waiting for the bathroom, these no partitions, nothing. So my 700 Club experience in my chair, I'm like, I don't know what this is. Because I was like,
right. You're like, you're in the hood now.
Yeah. Just the floor seats, right? There's the floor seats. I'm like, yo. So anyway, we were trying to get in. Like I said, there was so many people. It was like, I don't know. It just was, I couldn't explain why it was so different than the previous night because I really got there the same time. I don't know. Maybe because I was in the 700 Club. I don't know. Maybe it just was an easier transition for me to get in. But it was hard to get on the floor. And then nobody knew what they're talking about. And then people were trying to just tear down the partition so they can move in. It was just like so much conglomeration. It just was crazy. So, but I finally get on the floor, asked the lady, I said, excuse me, do you know where this seat is? And she was like, oh, baby, you're supposed to be up there. She's pointing at the risers. I said, ma'am, no. I want no problems here. I want no problems. She said, no. I can give you a wristband and everything for it. And I was like, no, but these are my seats. These are my, and let's just say, I don't know why I just really want to get to my seat. And I know it sounds crazy, but she literally said those words. And she was like, I'm sorry. I really thought you're supposed to be up there. And so for whatever reason, I'm supposed to be upgraded. I don't know why. I've been upgraded, but I for twice, I just was like, God, no, thank you. I was like, I just was like, no, I want to get to my seat. So I don't know where I could have been on the risers, but according to some people like Toya, I would have been me. She said those the timeout, chair. So, but I will say too, so I will say though, when I got to my seat, I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna be okay. Like I know I'm gonna be okay. And like I said, I'm glad I didn't because I don't know what I could have been in a great spot. I could have been, I don't know. I could have been with the Renaissance. I could have been on the stage or whatever. But people were not playing. Those ushers were on another. Everybody was on a different level. Everybody was more aggressive this time. There wasn't a nice, grandmother in the back recording. Like these ushers were like not playing the Hive because people were like, jumping around in these different seats, something like that. They're trying to police them, and they were not playing with these people. Like they were like, let me see your ticket. Like if you had to go to the bathroom, they're like, no, I want to see your ticket because. No, you can't be coming up here. So anyway, I got in my seat. I was chilling. And the guy next to me, he's from Cameroon. Like this, like 6 foot. He had like heels that are this big. So he was like 6'7" with the heels on. And just was like, we were taking pictures and stuff. Wow. We had a good time. And I swear, like I was with my mask because I was like, I was praying to God when I got these tickets. I said, this is my first time being a big concert. I said, God, I just want to be around people who like value my health the same way I value my health. I was like literally praying to God about that. And so they were wearing a mask, but they were like, these nurses were all on, there's like, they kept saying they're drunk. They're like drunk, like women, but they happen to be nurses. And they're just kept saying, honey, I'll let you know. If you need something, I'm a nurse. If something happens tonight, like, I got you. She said, we're vaccinated. You got everything. I'm like, thank you, guys. Like, oh, that's what I'm talking about. My life. But it was just so much. And they're cool. They're really cool people too. But I decided to go to the bathroom. And so when I go to the bathroom, I was thinking, we're on the floor seats. This is where Club Renaissance is. This is where the Risings are. They're going to have some running water bathrooms. They said, oh, sir, porta potty in the back. And in the venue, I said, porta what?
Hell no.
She said, I know. I know. I said, all these seats, I've been there paying $300 for the seats in the back. I pay $1,000 for these seats. And you need to tell me, up there, I get running water, no wait, nothing, a couch and a nice little coaster with a drink. But I get to have to go to the porta potty. Thank God I had my mask on. I was double masked with the Ivy Park mask, so I was good. But still, it just was like. And then they said there's more outside. I was like, what do you mean more outside?
Outside.
So we had to go outside because yes. But so I went. But here's the thing: I saw Debbie Allen and her son. They were there. It was a lot of celebrities there. So I was like, oh my God, so cool. So anyway, all right. So we get to this, the whole process and like that. So I get to my seat and I'm tall. So it's like, I didn't have an issue seeing anything. Like I'm not terribly tall. I'm like 5'9.5", but still I don't have issues seeing anybody. So it was great. The whole, this time I knew what to expect. I was having a great time. Beyonce was Beyonceing and doing her thing. But again, I didn't know she was going to come. I knew she was going to come close to us, but I didn't realize that she was going to come down like around that circle. Cause it's like, she goes around the club and then for like Break My Soul, she like really went like right in front of us. And I was like, oh my gosh, I am so close. So like, I feel like even though I was like, dang, I would like to have known where I've been upgraded to, but I feel like I had the better seats, based off of what people were telling me about the stage risers. Like, I feel like I would have been disappointed because if I didn't realize that she was going to sing All Up in Your Mind, like she literally, when she did that thick thing and she came down, I didn't know she was going to sit right there and like had a block and everything. Like, and she literally did a whole hat thing to us and, a nod. Yeah, it was like crazy. And I saw Megan up close this time and like I could see like her butt is real, like everything I could see. It just was like the twerkulations. It was like that.
I was gonna ask you about the ass. Like, was it so like
like it was just, I mean, it's an art form. Like literally, I mean, I know in the West Coast they call it mapuka of West Coast of Ivory Coast, but that's the formal name of it. We call it twerking, but it's mapuka. But she really, I mean, I'm saying was like. And it's just, she really does have great knees. Like, I don't know how she squats that low and could just stand that great balance and just like, and she just her little, and she was more hype, I think, the second night. Cause I feel like she knew, the lay of land, but she is like really loud. It's like, I love you. And it's just so deafening in the concert. Like she really had that squall or whatever she was doing. But no, it was like the second night though. I mean, it just was more hype. I will say, I experienced a little bit of that rich people just seeing Beyonce kind of vibe. It's like there's people who were, our row was hype. I mean, somebody was fighting our row, but and we had to clear out and we were dancing, which gave us time to dance. But there's some of the older people, they were looking at us like we are the visuals, but still it was like they were looking at us like, why are y'all so hype? Like, you could tell they were like, sponsors, somebody needed a seat filler or something like that. So it just was kind of a damper to see them because they were like, they weren't as hype. And I just was like, why you here? Left early too. They left early. I was like, why'd you leave early? I'm like, dang, it's like, how many people would love to stay in your seats? Like, it just was like, so anyway, it just was more hype the second night, needless to say. And I mean, to see her up close and again, to hear the big three up close and to see it. And I mean, I was like taking selfies. I mean, I'm like, it's how many times can I say I have a video of Beyonce in my selfie cameras? I was like, turning around like, that's Beyonce. Like, so it just was like, it was crazy. And then the confetti comes down, like, and then she's doing the little Reneeing around. And I'm like, she's right behind me. Oh my God. It's like, So I try to be in the moment, but I was like, I want to record it, but I was like,
after the memories, yeah.
Yes, but I have so much. Like when I say my camera roll is like on point. Like looking back, I didn't even realize I recorded all this stuff. It just was so. It was crazy, but it was just an incredible night. Like I said, there was a lot of fights going on, but we still got through it, and we just had a great time. I mean, Houston. I mean, literally, people have told me like they went to Vegas, they went to other places, they've seen other shows, and then they also saw the Houston show. They're like, look, like you really lucked out. Like you got everything. Like she gave us everything. Like, I mean, I just felt like, and there's still songs she didn't even sing that in her discography that was like her top 10s, discography. She didn't even sing half of that. So I was like, it's just amazing to see her ascend to this level. I mean, I don't know how she said you can't get much higher than this, but because it really can, clearly, because
every time she just outdoes herself.
I mean, it really does.
Like you said earlier, like she's given us so much more. Like I don't need a music video, to be quite frank. I mean, just seeing the film live, like I'm going to record it, I'm going to keep it, I'm going to rewatch it all the time. Like that's all I need. I don't need music videos because she's doing a lot at a concert. Like her mind is in 2050 and we are still in 2023. I don't get it.
Yes. So, yeah. So, I mean, that was like, I think I said everything I wanted to say about it. But yeah, that was just my experience with it. Again, like it just, those Beyhive buses were fabulous. And I would tell anybody, if you've never been to Houston and you want to go to Houston, next time she has a concert, if she has a concert, which I pray she does, come to Houston. I mean, it really, I think it truly, even when I saw it on the run tour, it just is a different vibe. The people show out differently. She acts differently, when she's down here. Just to see even Blue, like she brought Blue out even at the end of the second night. Like she brought her. She had a shirt.
I did see that.
Yeah. She had a shirt that said Houston, and I'm like, it just was. She just did different things down in Houston. It just was like, and I feel like it just was a different energy, especially with Megan there too. I think that definitely helped.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just was a different. I mean, she's beautiful up close, like
that's what gets me. Like that woman is legit gorgeous. Like it's not even no filters, no nothing. Like her face part is really not declining ever. But I think just watching it, I think that's when I started getting more emotional about the whole experience in Houston, just watching it from the outside. It's because she really is a Black woman that got it out the mud. And now she's selling out stadiums 2 nights in a row with her daughter performing. She's Black. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, she was never given no money. She was never given a chance. They didn't even want to sign her in Destiny's Child umpteen times. And now look at her. She's at her best and she's still about to do more. She's breaking records to this day. That woman, I can't give her no notes on anything in life. She got it. Like, this woman knows.
So I got to ask, because so I got to ask you all, like, what does she do in between, like, I don't even know it was before, like, I guess Heated and America's Got a Problem? Like, if she didn't do the big 3, what does she do?
Oh, she just jumped to the next thing.
Yeah.
So she didn't do the kitty cat and anything?
No, like, you don't, like,
I didn't get none of that.
She just goes to the next thing, like as if it never existed.
Yep.
She don't even show that
flows, like you
if
can know. It just flows, so you don't even realize, like, oh damn, she didn't even do that song, but yeah, it definitely just
still flows perfectly.
I can't believe that. And let me just say this: the pianist. Oh, what do you say?
I said me neither. I can't believe it either.
The pianist, like the fact that they had like that, I forget her name, but I see her on Instagram. This is like the blonde haired lady. She had like a short bob or whatever, who's playing for her. She's doing some riffs under like thick and even Drunken Love. Like she's doing these like dramatic concert pianist kind of runs. I'm like, it's a small, and I didn't even get it in the moment, but it's like listening back, because now I'm listening to everything I didn't watch. Like now I'm watching like every day. Like I'm like listening to it. I'm like, I have to get my daily fix. I can't listen. The studio album, unfortunately, is not sufficient for me anymore. Like, and I hate to say it like that, but after hearing the live version, it's just like.
Yeah, I still sing every song like the Coachella version, like the Beachella version.
Yeah.
So the Renaissance version, the live is what I sing now every time.
And she also has a live band with actual vocalists as well. Like she always does that, but it's different. Like it sounds like a track. It is legit a live band.
It really is. And hearing even like the bassist or whatever on Cuff It, like I'm like, it's just like here it's live. It's like these are not tracks. Like the mic is on, and it's like for everybody. And it's like, and I know the mic is on because she was doing, it was something Drunk in Love, and she didn't say the lyrics. Like she's been like switch up the lyrics, stuff like that. I'm like, wow, like she really, this is no lip syncing at all. Like she's really, like even the little breaks in her voice. I'm like, when she's doing the run and the Dubai run, I'm like, gosh, and it just sounds so different. Even I'll say up close, it does sound even different. I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's just, and then the pyrometrics and just, I'm like, and I can see up close this time, this man with the little camera. I'm like, wow, like, and I had a video of just showing like the projection and what's like the reality, you know what I'm saying? And just to see her, like, just have her back to this guy or whatever, or, you know, she's walking up to him and then you see the screen look so different. I'm like, but it's happening in real time. It's just, that's me. I can't get that because it looks so normal in real life, but it looks so projected and different. It looks like a whole, and then you see us with our bright lights on that makes the whole, you know, video on the screen look like she's in outer space or something. It's just crazy. It's like, so it's just,
and then like literally she only shows you like 20% of the stage with the cameras, but if you really look at the full stage with the dancers,
it's crazy.
It's just all over the place. Like it's crazy. It's just really crazy.
And I just don't know how they felt that day after, like when there was no show, you know, there's no more shows, no more rehearsals. Like, how do they even function? Because it's just like, that's such a high level show. I had a hard time going to sleep, you know, because I just like, I got back home. I'm like an 11, 10 o'clock kind of a guy. I'm in the bed. But it's like with Beyonce, I was like, I already know I'm gonna be up in these streets, and I'm just saying, just
3 a.m. just on a high.
Yes, I mean, just watch it because I was not, because people were getting frustrated with Ubers and it's like, you know, you can't get an Uber, right after that show. It's like impossible, and they're gonna take advantage of you anyway. So it's like you have to down the you have to accept it. So I was like, I'm just gonna sit around and just cross my legs and just be cozy because I'm like, you see all these people, these celebrities, people taking pictures with each other. And that's the thing, too. I've only been to Beyonce concerts by myself. And I never felt inadequate. I never felt like lonely. I never felt anything because I mean, it's like we all love Beyonce.
It's the best.
It's the best. I'm like, and that's, I swear to you, you can get more upgraded. I feel like, you know, with the being by yourself, because they always ask that question: are you by yourself? That's the key. And it's, you say yes, and you know, maybe it can happen. So I just noticed this is the second time it's happened to me. Second time I already had to go to the bathroom, so I didn't know what could have happened. But you know, I know I probably would have, and it'll been maybe nice to see her just, you know, shout me out, because I was one of one and only one wearing an Ivy Park mask that was reflecting, and I was in all silver. So I mean, you know, dang, I mean, I probably would have got a shout out, but you know, who knows?
Yeah.
Next time, you know, we're going to claim it for next time. Next time, we are going to be upgraded, and Beyonce's going to know us for sure.
But next time, I'm claiming for everybody on this call, especially y'all. I'm claiming that Parkwood.
I'm taking it in.
Pause and say, look, they ain't no upgrades at all. Look, y'all just gonna come to us. Like, we're gonna, you know, have Yvette escort us to our seats, like she did Oprah, like she did Latavia and Latoya. Like you see them walking down, her and I just walking us down to the boxes so we can be with everybody. You know,
I'm acting different.
Y'all Beyhive certified, so you know, I'm like, first of all, and like you said, Brittany, every time you say I crack up, the price has gone up. So I'm just grateful to have known you before the price has gone up, because this is not a game. So
you see it.
I see it, and I see it. I'm just waiting. I pray for. I swear to you, I pray for y'all. I really pray for the day y'all get y'all's coins from this, y'all monetizations, all like that, because y'all put the work. And I still laugh at you, Brittany, on the video, the visuals of y'all's review of Renaissance. Y'all were like, "You're welcome," you know. But seriously, thank you. No, but seriously, because I know this is not easy to get all of y'all together with your own lives, you know what I'm saying? And I know y'all love Beyonce and everything like that, but status acknowledged. And I just thank y'all, because my heart jumps every time I see a notification And like I said, I was doing a dehydration, what we call it. I forgot how you said it, Brittany. What do you call it?
Dehydrated.
Dehydrated. I was dehydrated for between May and September because I was listening to another podcast, another guy. I was like, I'm gonna wait, but I caught up after the fact because I needed to keep the energy going. So I missed the Tory episode, I missed everything because I don't want to get no spoilers. I just wanted to go up there blinded, and so I could see it so clearly, in Houston. So I did, but y'all put in work, and I just thank y'all because literally I don't know, y'all have the palette, the color schemes, everything on the Instagram pages. I'm like, oh my gosh, like. I look forward to the day y'all get y'all's money and y'all get y'all's Beyonce something, invite to the wearable art gala, something, y'all can go up there, have experience like Zachary did and just touch her and have a special moment just with her. Not just the floats, like y'all can just I just really want that for y'all.
Thank you. Dream for her to be like Beytimeandunwine.
Yes.
Like
she didn't want to
her. She already know me. Like
here's the thing, nobody's doing it like y'all. So y'all like I think Toya was even saying like y'all are so consistent and like y'all are showing y'all's real faces and y'all are like, you know what I'm saying, like tagging your own personal account. So it's like you're a real human being, not just like no shade, but to these people who are young kids who are posting great things about Beyonce, but it's not them. So I just look forward to the day.
Thank you. That really
I can't.
That really, a lot of people say like nice stuff to us all the time, and of course we do, but like when you say it, it's like very, it's
like speaks
like
life.
I know.
No, I mean it, and I seriously do. I do pray for y'all. I'm not playing like I don't play around with that. Like, I'm not a hyperbole kind of a guy, so seriously. But and I will say this: thank y'all again for sending me, this and my toiletry bag and my coasters. Like, let me tell you something, because like whenever I have like a really hard day at work or something like that, I just feel like sometimes I'm like the only Black person working someplace. So I'm like, if I need to feel poured into, I'd say, let me go get my Beytimeandunwine cut and let me just go up there and drink. And I know these ladies pour to me all the time, so I'm like, I feel good. So seriously, no, really, y'all are really doing God's work. I swear to y'all, like y'all are doing God's work. A lot of my followers because of you all, because when y'all repost things, they like follow me and we follow each other. So it's a community of Beyhivers. So I just love the opportunity even to speak with y'all tonight, because it just is I just want to do my part to share in my experience and just everybody come to Houston and see Beyonce when she comes back or whatever. Because the thing about Houston, everybody comes to Houston, like all the big stars. So and it's cheaper to live here too, by the way. And it's for a big city, and it's convenient because both nights I slept in my own bed. So
cozy.
That to me was so cozy. So yeah, so I just highly recommend it. And seriously, thank you all so much for even the opportunity to speak with y'all about this.
Thank
you.
The
price has gone up. The price has gone up.
We just love talking to you, Johnathan. We do. We really do. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. And I see your Ravenclaw shirt. I'm a Hufflepuff, but
yeah. Oh, okay. That's cool.
And Brittany, by the way, the dog. They have a dog DNA test. By the way, I saw your dog. They have a dog DNA test now for Ancestry. Yeah, Ancestry. They just sent me an email saying they have I know. Yeah, I was like, wow.
We're gonna have to connect about that.
Yes, because they'll give you your DNA test and even a DNA matches for his cousins or relatives. Like,
he could find his brothers and sisters. Yeah, we gotta do it.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna link him up with all his cute little family members. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay,
so where can they follow you? Oh, sorry, you go ahead, Brittany.
Oh, I was gonna say we've got to close out, but I do have one question I asked to everybody. So real quick, what was your favorite outfit? Your favorite costume?
For just the entire concert, or
for the show that you attended? What was your favorite that she wore? Because I know you didn't see everything, but she's been switching it up. There's been over 100 looks. I just want to know, from the show that you went to in Houston, which was your favorite?
I'm trying to remember what she was wearing, that because I feel like now I've been looking at everything now. But
yeah,
I mean, I felt based off of your review, Brittany, is saying that you were so disappointed that she didn't have the bumblebee. What do you call it? What's it called? The
Mugler.
The Mugler. So she did wear the Mugler that night, and I thought it was so cute her little dance that she has with the twins. So she did wear that. So I mean, that was I wasn't expecting that. I was like, she looks like a bee. She looks like a cute little bee. So I did. That was the one that stuck out to me the most. But I think I would say, because I saw her up close for All Up in Your Mind, and like literally seeing her like that close and sitting down and singing to us, like, and it was so glittery, like those details up close is just crazy. So yeah, that blue cowgirl outfit that she had on, and like fire, and the hat and stuff like that. It just was like, I love, and the fact that she was doing a whole choreography and sitting down in a chair, like on that block. Like I just was like, how does she do that? Like I just would just sing for them, like just sing. Like she's doing a whole like 8 counts and like that on the block. I'm like, and just and that's the thing that can't just sit. That's the thing that threw me off. Like when she says, "I told you I'm a fucking problem." I'm like, that's good. I was like, I didn't see that coming, and then she comes back with, "And I really love you." I'm like, oh my god.
I love that.
She brings it back.
Amazing. So. Okay, so let the people know where they can follow you at on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you've got. Let them know where they can follow you.
Okay, so on Instagram, me on Instagram, JRayNido, JAYRAYNIDO, JAYRAYNIDO. You'll know you're there because you'll see nothing but Ivy Park. No matter what, whether I'm reading a book, whether I'm dancing, whether I'm singing, whether I'm yogaing, I'm in my Ivy Park. So you know you're in the right place. So JRayNido. Or as my friend calls me, Ray Noir, though now that'd be wearing my Ivy Park Noir. So
okay, guys. So that's the episode. If you don't already, please make sure you are following Beytimeandunwine on all social medias. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all the places. Subscribe to Unwine and Uncut. Yeah, y'all have anything else y'all want to add?
Oh no, that's it. Yeah, you're such a great storyteller. I feel like I was there. I feel like I was on the journey literally with you.
Every time I'd be so tired, and then I talk to Beyhive, and I'm like, I'm back up. That's my energy.
Yes, no, literally.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us, though. It was so good.
I just have one question for y'all. One last question. Do y'all have a hard time with understanding the whole thing about her calling herself a problem? Like, so when she was saying, like, did you have an issue? Like, did you have like, because I had cognitive dissonance about that. I didn't know why she was saying that.
Oh no, I didn't. First of all, I thought she was like, dang, what did I thought she? I didn't think she said fucking problem for some reason. I thought she was saying something different.
Okay,
but I don't know what she mean by that.
Yeah, because I bought the shirt because I think the reason why I understand it's not like she's saying it in a negative way. I feel like she's saying it more like
the negative thing. I think she means like, I told you I'm that bitch type.
Yes, like I told you like I told you and I'm that girl, like, you know,
right? Like
I told you like all this stuff like that, and I told you like I will make you wait a whole week for me. So it's like you come to my concert, you're gonna want more of it, because that's what I felt like after. I was like, okay, like it's done. So I'm like, do you have some more like I was really gonna spend about $1,000+ to go to Kansas City, because I was like, I really want to see it one more time. Like it was that I felt more
addicting.
It's addicting in the most healthiest way. In the most healthiest way of a drink.
It's a healthy obsession.
Okay, I just had to ask.
I already said like I wanted to inject the Renaissance album into my veins, but the visual of that. Y'all ain't got to worry about me. I'm not coming out the house. Watch that. Oh,
haven't been the same. Haven't been the same. All right, that's all. That's all for me.
All right, thank you.
Thank you
so much. We love you. Bye bye. You know that we do it grande. You know.